A surprise revelation in a double murder mystery that has bewildered investigators for 4 years. Police in Delphi, Indiana, have been chasing the murder case of two young girls, Abigail Williams, 13 years old, and Liberty German, 14. Abby and Libby, as they're known, disappeared while on a hike and were both found dead in a ravine the next day. But police now say they're looking closely at a man who's behind a fake social media account that may be connected to this case. His name is Keegan Kline. He's 27 years old, and he's facing 30 child pornography charges, including child exploitation and possession. But those charges are connected to other cases. He's currently in jail awaiting trial in Miami County, Indiana. Kline admitted to police that he used social media accounts to talk to underage girls. He said he would find girls on Instagram and then switch them over to Snapchat. He was arrested by Indiana State Police shortly after Abby and Libby were killed in February of 2017. But it turns out Kline had been using this fake account in both 2016 and 2017. The account used the fake name Anthony_Shots, and it featured the stolen image of a handsome male model who was definitely not Kline. The charges make no mention of the Delphi murders, and the police have yet to say why they think this account and Kline may be connected to Abby and Libby. I'm joined now by Andrew Iden, the producer and co-host of HLN's hugely popular podcast, Down the Hill, the Delphi murders. He's been following this investigation longer than almost anyone. Full disclosure, Andrew, Drew to me, and I were colleagues at CNN and HLN. It's great to see you. Thanks for doing this,
Good to see you
Andrew.
too, Ashleigh. How are you?
Well, I'm great until this happened today, because I was scratching my head all day, and I thought if anyone knows the answers to this sort of confounding development, it would be you. But something tells me even you are going to be confounded by this.
Yeah, I wish I could provide a definitive answer for you here, but like you, I, as well as the other folks at our podcast, we are scratching our heads too and trying to figure out where the link is here with Keegan Kline, with this Anthony Shots Instagram account or social media account, and any relation to Abby and Libby. And, you know, we've gone back and looked and dug through all of our notes and, you know, had endless discussions, and still we're not yet able to figure out where that connection is.
So the only thing I can think of, Andrew, is this Keegan Kline, you know, imposter guy had this handsome model out there, was, you know, reaching out to kids like Abby and Libby, young underage girls in the area. Geographically, he's right there. And he was doing it in 2017 when these girls went off for a hike. And throughout this whole story, because I've covered it with you, we started this back in 2017. Sure. I kept thinking, why were those girls out on that weird kind of hike? But if they were going to meet this guy, you know, of course, it's not that guy. This model's image was stolen. Right. And, you know, instead the girls were fished. Then I could understand why they'd be out on that very strange hike that day. But how does that correlate with the evidence that we do have in this case?
Well, what we do know, obviously this case, there's a huge element of imagery and photographs from the jump. We know that Libby did engage on social media that day. In fact, the two photos that, you know, emerged from her phone, the photo of Abby on the bridge, as well as that haunting photo from the one end of the bridge, those were both posted on Snapchat. So Libby did have, you know, social media presence. Abby, we're not so sure. She wasn't as digitally savvy, but so there was some social media presence that Libby had. And obviously, I think investigators from the jump wanted to figure out who she may have been contacting, talking to. And obviously, that's been a point of discussion since the very beginning.
So if anybody's wondering, and you shouldn't be by now, the podcast is called Down the Hill for a very good reason. It's one of the only really solid leads in this case is this little snippet of audio that came from one of the girls' phones. And it was one of the last things that, you know, hopefully they were recording it in an emergency, and we got it. I have to play it 3 times in a row because it's so short. It's hard to understand, but if you listen carefully, you will hear what is presumed to be the killer's voice saying, "Down the hill." So have a listen to this.
Guys, down the hill. Guys,
So obviously that's why the podcast is called Down the Hill. Do we know at this point if they have done any voice recognition with this, Keegan Kline fella to find out if maybe there's recognition there?
We don't know that. I would imagine that at some point that may be part of their strategy moving forward. But at this point, we don't have any word on that yet.
Then there's this one other thing I want to play. The authorities had a press conference, and it was sort of chilling, some of the things they said, almost like, like the killer could be in this very room. Let me play that for you and ask you about it on the other side.
Directly to the killer who may be in this room. We believe you are hiding in plain sight. For more than 2 years, you never thought we would shift gears to a different investigative strategy, but we have. We likely have interviewed you or someone close to you.
Okay, Andrew Iden, I never like to call a case cold, especially when it involves kids. And I know that the families have said, please never call this case cold. Did this development really just heat this case up?
Yeah, and Ashleigh, as you know, the folks that pay attention to this case are avid and ravenous about information. And, the short answer is yes. I mean, I think, since this news came out, people have been so thirsty for any new information. And when this came out, my phone kind of blew up. People that I know that have been following this case were kind of, thrust into action, trying to determine what any of this meant. Obviously, we're all still kind of sitting here scratching our heads trying to sort that out. But yes, I mean, this has thrust, obviously, this case back into the national conversation. So what that yields, I'm not sure. I think we're obviously all going to be waiting to see.
Okay. And you and I have to get together and hoist one because it's been a while. Thank you for doing this, Andrew.
Indeed.
It's good to see you again.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Ashleigh.
Welcome back to Banfield. Indiana police may have a hot lead in what is starting to feel like a cold case. They've identified a man behind a fake social media account that's being linked to the infamous Delphi murders. 13-year-old Abigail Williams and 14-year-old Liberty German were killed while out on a hike in Delphi, Indiana. 27-year-old Keegan Kline says he used a social media profile called Anthony_shots to meet and talk to underage girls. That's the handle police say may be connected to the Delphi murders, but they are not saying how. I want to bring in Jason G. Weiss. He is a retired FBI supervisory special agent and currently a cybersecurity attorney at the law firm of Faegre, Drinker, Biddle, and Reith. Jason, thank you for being with me. I'm so keen to talk to someone like you because I know the police have to keep quiet. They can't tell us everything, but I am sort of flummoxed by this news that there's an account, there's a guy, and it's connected. Can you help me off the ledge, I guess? Why would they release that information and not give us the nexus that gets us there?
Thank you for having me. First of all, I really appreciate it. That's a great question, but the problem we have with social media is its absolute lack of accountability. And when you deal, like many social media companies are headquartered out of California, where we've just passed 2 pretty extensive privacy laws, which make it fairly impossible for law enforcement to get information out of these companies without going through some very serious legal process. And even then, the information that people put into their social media profile doesn't have to be truthful or accurate. So for the most part, like in this particular case, you're immediately going to get a bunch of fake accounts. I've seen this happen dozens of times. Social media has value without a doubt in an investigative process, but you have to be extremely careful on how you rely on it and what information you try and get from it, because you can't count on the reliability of the information without independently verifying it.
So we've got his, picture up on the screen, and it's clear we must say we do not know what his connection is, other than he's behind an account and there's a connection of the account potentially to the murders. That guy, the good-looking model, has nothing to do with it other than he was phished. His photo was stolen and used as Anthony shots. And Keegan Anthony Klein allegedly was the guy that stole that model's photo because maybe he didn't want to use this photo of his as his profile shot. Let me ask you this, Jason. Yeah, I see why too. Okay, so after a lot of high-profile crimes, we see this proliferation of social media accounts claiming to be someone who's a player. For instance, in the Gabby Petito story, people were launching accounts saying that they were Brian Laundrie, saying that they were Brian Laundrie's parents. In the recent Oxford, Michigan school shooting, people were launching fake social media accounts saying they were the 15-year-old shooter, even before the kid's name was announced by the police. How are we, unsuspecting Americans, supposed to figure out when it's garbage and when it's really the guy?
You know, that's a great question. Some people do it because they want the notoriety. Some people do it to try and scam fundraising. Those are very common reasons for setting up fake accounts. The biggest thing you got to look for when you're dealing with social media is you have to look at various factors. For example, is it a verified account? If it's not a verified account, from at least somebody that would generally be able to verify an account, usually some type of celebrity or news figure or some kind of person. But if it's not verified, there's not a lot of reliability to it, especially as a law enforcement officer. I spent 22 years in the FBI investigating cases like this. I've worked dozens and dozens and dozens of child pornography cases. We have to be very careful with what we can rely on from social media. In this particular case, it's obviously he catfished people, trying to get people to, to start strike up conversations with him. The problem is now this person's notorious. Whether guilty or not, I don't know. But now you're going to see dozens and dozens of fake social media accounts, and it's very hard to separate the wheat from the chaff. And
probably people saying that they're Keegan Anthony Klein now too. Like, you're right. Can I just ask you this? And I have just a minute left, but it's important. Sure. We're in a new age, right? We're all navigating, pretty new territory when it comes to the ramifications that social media can have, especially when it comes to crime. How integral are police agencies now with social media companies, given the rise in privacy, given the different laws from state to state, but also given the police agencies creating entire divisions dedicated to social media? How is this relationship working? And I guess the better question is it working well?
It's not, in my opinion. I mean, having spent 22 years in law enforcement, most social media companies, most tech companies, I don't want to say they refuse to work with law enforcement, but they do it grudgingly because they're afraid if they're seen as cooperating with law enforcement that they'll lose a large portion of their potential audience because they won't trust the company to keep their information private. I mean, and in light of the fact that social media companies allow people to put information in without independently verifying it, you can't even rely on the information. You're hopeful you get like an IP address that you can trace back or something like that, but we have to rely heavily. And what a lot of companies have done is they stop logging, they stop saving this information, because if they don't have it, they don't have to provide it to law enforcement. And if they don't have to provide it to law enforcement, they don't have to deal with the privacy people who are terrified that if they put their information on there, that it will be turned over to law enforcement. Because generally innocent people have nothing to hide. It's the guilty people that don't want this to happen, and they go out of their way. I mean, I guarantee you that many of these social media accounts that you see are filled with false and fake information that are basically useless to law enforcement.
It's hard to get that blue check, though, to be verified. Jason, I hope you'll come back again. You're a fountain of knowledge on this stuff, and that's what we need at this day and age. Thank you for this. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.